What's up, my people? It's your boy Kamanchi Sly back with some nice information for you artists out there. So, a lot of people are on the internet talking about the music business, do this, do that. Do they have the receipts? The artists that are trying to come through now in 2025, they want to see evidence. They want to know that you know what you're talking about before you start trying to tell them what to do. So, let's just start with this. Now, this is a gold disc for a single that my brother and a group called Piper and the Masters of Ceremonies put out. We put this record out. It's a garage record. It went to the #1 charts in the UK, and it was called Do You Really Like It? It was in the charts for 13 weeks. This is a gold disc, but it's actually gone platinum now. So this is presented when you sell a lot of units. That was a UK #1. So I'm showing you that we have receipts and we know what we're talking about when we try to educate you. The same way we had to be educated. You see, we went through all the pain so that you don't have to go through the pain. You hear me? The music business, as I said, is the music and business. It's the business of making music. It's not just music and it's not just business. It's called the music business for a reason. There's two components to it: the creative and the professional business side of things. What I want to talk to you about is the business side of things. You see, making the music tends to be the part that's quite easy for most people. They get a computer, they get a drum machine, turn it on, start tapping away, make a beat, maybe get a microphone hooked up, an audio card, and start recording their verses or their songs or their singing. Record it down to a piece of software, a music software, maybe Logic, maybe Pro Tools, whatever you're using. Make a track. That's just half the story. Most people who are artists can make music. And nowadays you can make music quite cheaply at home in your own studio. But the business side of things, the other component, the other side of the coin, that's a whole different ballgame. And the music business is a professional industry. And what I'm here to talk to you about today is this. This is a book that when you go to most record companies and you go into their offices, they have this sitting on their desk. This is a book called All You Need to Know About the Music Business. Sorry, I'm wearing some scruffy clothes. I just come out from training and I'm going to be doing a little bit of pad work with my boy when he turns up. He's a little bit late. I'm going to do some pad work, so excuse my rough gym wear that I've got on. Anyway, back to the book. This book is called All You Need to Know About the Music Business by Donald Passman. This book might cost you £20, maybe $35 in the States. Why is it important? When you get into the music industry, you need to understand what you're getting into. You need to understand what your worth is, what your value is. You need to understand the art that you're creating has an intrinsic value to it, and you need to know what that is. You see, making music is just half of it. The other part of it is understanding the value of your intellectual property and monetizing it. What does that mean? That means being responsible and making money for the art that you've created. And a book like this, All You Need to Know About the Music Business, could well make you millions. That's why it's so important to read. A lot of people don't like reading. Just leave that to the manager. I'll leave that to my brethrens. Just leave all that to the record label. They'll sort it out for me. They'll look after me. It don't work like that. The industry is littered with cases of artists who've been exploited. It's call coming through. Littered with cases of artists who've been exploited because they didn't understand the industry they were in and weren't willing to put the time in, to learn how to look after the business of what they created. And this book pretty much tells you everything you need to know from the beginning to end. It's a fantastic read. It's so important to read books, because when you find something that's interesting or pertains to what you're doing in your area of business, you can go over it and over it again. Every single artist that I work with, in the first meeting I have with them, I say to them, if you don't go out and buy this book, I keep repeating it because it's so important, Donald Passman, if you don't buy this book, if I don't see it with you, the next time I meet you, we're not having any more conversations. Without that book, you're blind. You're living on a hope and a prayer. This is just part one. Peace.